Hi everyone, it's Laura from Space Within. I'm here today as usual recording one of my little video. I think I'm going to stop calling them lessons because I don't hold them like that inside myself, right? I don't feel that there's a teaching. It's more like being a conduit for passing something on, I guess, and helping you get more spaciousness in your life so that you can see more. So I need to think of a new word, or maybe I don't, who cares really. Anyway, here recording one of my videos, one of my things. If it's the first time you're watching, then that might not make any sense to you, but if you've seen these before, then you'll know the vibe. Today, as usual, there's a theme. I'm away working with a group down near Chichester in the country, in this beautiful place. You can see some of it here. Stunning, beautiful nature as usual. You guys know it's my favourite. And we've been talking over the last few days about many things, many rich things. And something that I want to share with you is specifically around this concept of you are not your state. You are not your state. So what do I mean by that? So you'll understand either in your head or in your body, in your felt experience of life, that we experience ranges of emotions all the time. Whether we're somebody that can tune into those really specifically, and many people can, or whether or not you're someone who has a vague awareness of that stuff going on, or whether or not you're someone at the other end of the spectrum who really is listening to this and thinking, I don't know what she's talking about, I don't know what emotions are. You still experience sort of range, right, within your felt experience of life. It could be emotion, it could be just a sense of light and shade, or up and down. And this is probably an obvious thing to say, which many of the things that I say are, but you are not your state. You are not the emotion that you are feeling. You are feeling an emotion in any given moment, and that is influenced by context and your inner processes. But it's also a fleeting thing, it's a passing thing. And so you might feel anger, but you are not an angry person. So you are not your state. The state of emotion that you are feeling doesn't define you. Specifically, what I want you to hear from this, I guess the message that I'm passing on, is that very often a state or state can become a habit. So we can feel something regularly. So there might be particular emotions in your life that you tune into, things that you know go on for you on a regular basis, perhaps stuff that always happens to you when you're in a certain place. And the thing that we need to be careful about is that our state doesn't become a habit. And that's what I mean by you are not your state. It is not a permanent thing. But if you're somebody, for example, that feels anger on a very regular basis, anger can very easily then become a habit. So it can become a frame of reference through which you view the world, a lens through which you make meaning of what's going on in your life, in the relationships that you're in the wider context. So I guess there's two parts to the message. One is that you are not your state, to learn and understand that it's fleeting, that it's passing, and that it's kind of moving through you, but it's also washing over you, and that it's always changing. And the second, very connected to that, is to know that, is to understand that and be careful that your state doesn't become a habit. So when you experience something frequently, that it doesn't become a permanent state, a fixed state, so that you can sort of try it on and digest it a little bit, but it doesn't define you. It doesn't become like your infrastructure, your exoskeleton, or your skeleton inside yourself at an energetic level. So you are not your state. Watch your emotions, they're really useful, but also they're visitors, they come and go, so let them. And remember, you are not your state, and don't let your state become a habit. I hope that makes sense. As I'm speaking, I'm realising it's quite a difficult one to formulate language for, but I'll leave it with you. If you want to ask any questions, by all means, comment as usual in the thread, or feel free to drop me an email or message me in the places you guys know how to get in touch, so please do. And perhaps this evening, tomorrow, and in the weeks that follow, days that follow, you can experiment with this. What's the prevalent states that I can get into, and where am I at with those in reference to them possibly becoming a habit, or me over-identifying with them such that they're I'm holding them as a thing that I am rather than a thing that's actually happening. So that's the difference. I'll leave it there and I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your day wherever you are. Take care. Bye.